My name is who?
My name is what?
My name is where? Where who?
What?
Before zany ducks and sarcastic cats were trending memes, there was a farm. A weird, loud, oddly philosophical farm. And it lived inside Garfield and Friends. You remember Garfield? Sure. But do you remember US Acres? Welcome back to 5 Minute Rewind, where we dig up the cartoons you forgot you remembered. And today, we're heading down to the barnyard for the other half of your Saturday mornings, US Acres, the forgotten sibling of Garfield that was somehow just as chaotic. Let's rewind to 1988. Garfield and Friends hits the airwaves. The show's split into two parts. One, the sarcastic orange cat you knew from the comics. The other, a high-energy, fast-talking ensemble of barn animals straight out of creator Jim Davis's second comic strip, US Acres, also known internationally as Orson's Farm. The setup is simple: a peaceful-ish farm run by animals with just enough sentience to cause massive amounts of trouble. And it all centers on Orson Pig, a smart, bookish optimist who just wants a quiet life, which, of course, he never gets. Then there's Roy Rooster, prankster, attention seeker, the let's cause chaos today energy of the group. Wade Duck, possibly the most neurotic duck ever animated, who literally wears a life preserver 24/7 and whose own reflection panics more than he does. Sheldon, the chick who lives inside his eggshell and never hatches. And his twin, Booker, who's constantly trying to catch worms, Tom and Jerry style. Plus Bo, the calm farmhand, and Lanolin, the sass queen sheep with zero tolerance for nonsense. The animation? Bright, bouncy, totally Saturday morning core. The humor? Unapologetically chaotic. These animals broke the fourth wall like it was paper. Characters referenced the script, mocked the writers, and constantly acknowledged they were on TV. It was meta before meta was cool. Let's pause and rewind a few wild moments. The time Wade creates a weather machine and floods the entire farm. The musical where Roy runs for mayor of US Acres. Or when the characters literally get tired of the plot and start rewriting the episode mid-air. And of course, Sheldon's journey of staying in the shell, somehow managing to be one of the most original character bits of the 80s. This show was unhinged in the best way. It had the energy of early Looney Tunes with the absurd logic of Animaniacs, before Animaniacs even existed. It didn't follow rules. It didn't slow down, and it never treated kids like they couldn't keep up. And here's the thing. Even though it was the B-side to Garfield, US Acres had its own following. Its segments were shorter, but sometimes they hit harder. You got fast jokes, ridiculous setups, and genuinely creative storytelling. And a surprising amount of heart. The voice cast included Greg Berger as Orson, Tom Huge as Roy, Howie Morris as Wade, and Frank Welker as Booker and Sheldon. Legends across the board, bringing so much manic charm to a bunch of barn animals it was honestly unfair. Behind the scenes, US Acres didn't last long as a standalone strip. The comic only ran from 1986 to 1989, but the cartoon version? It thrived within Garfield's orbit, running as part of Garfield and Friends, until the show ended in 1994. And for some of us, it was the part we secretly liked more. If you ever shouted lanolin at your sibling, or argued over whether Sheldon would ever hatch, this was your farm. Hit like if Roy Rooster's jokes made you laugh and cringe at the same time. Drop a comment if we should rewind the Angry Beavers next, or finally check in on CatDog. This has been 5 Minute Rewind. Stay weird, stay cracked. And remember, sometimes the B-side hits hardest.